Stop giving your money to woke corporations that hate you and your values. That's why I order all my man's shaving products from Jeremy Razors. Order your Precision 5 starter set today. This set comes with 4 razor blades, sharp as true, with tungsten handle and flip back trimmer. You're not in the market for razors? Jeremy Razors also has other facial products fit just for men. So you don't have to stock your bathroom with products that clean your body but stains your conscience. So shut up and shave. Go to jeremyrazors.com and use cburns15 to save 15% off. That's jeremyrazors.com. Use my special code cburns15 to save 15% off. Welcome back to another episode of Business Talks. I am your host, Chawanne Burns. Please click that like button and that subscribe button. So we're going to talk about the modern day woman today. I came across a few videos this past last week and I wanted to discuss. So in today's world, like in the Western world, nearly half of women will never marry. And this number increased substantially with Black women. We see a rate about 70% of women, Black women, that would never marry. What's really causing this? What is really causing this drama? Is it really, can we really pin it on the Black culture today? Is it because society has afforded opportunities for more for women than Black men? Or can we say the old status quo, Black men ain't shit? Can we really say that? Or there are no good Black men out there? Well, that's what Ebony K. Williams is saying. Ebony K. Williams is really saying that there are no Black women out there. There are no Black women out there or no Black men out there for you to marry or get pregnant by. Now, so, and we know that's not true. We know that that narrative that she's talking is a false narrative. I think it's she's saying this because she's been unsuccessful in her quest to find a real relationship. She hasn't been successful to find a real relationship. And it's so sad to me that she's trying to go on this crusade. She's like the general of this. Hey, I am wanting to be a single mother right now. I'm on a crusade and I'm trying to recruit people to become a single mother. And we could say it's by choice, or it sounds good to say it's by choice because, hey, I was unsuccessful in all my attempts to create a last long relationship, to even get married, or even to sustain a relationship with a man who wants to be with me. So I'm going to say, hey, there's no eligible Black men. Now, not only Ebony K. Williams was unsuccessful with the Black men, her attempts of creating a relationship with Black men, she was unsuccessful in creating a relationship with white men too. So is it really the men's fault, or is it something with Ebony K. Williams? Now, I have Ebony K. Let me show you this picture of Ebony K. Very beautiful woman. She's very intelligent. So what is really the problem with Ebony K? What is really the problem with Ebony K? Is we know it's not looks. Very beautiful woman. We know it's not looks. We know she's not let's say less intelligent. She seemed like a very intelligent person. She has a law degree. She's practiced law for many of years. She's been very successful in her attempts to create something for herself, but very unsuccessful when it comes to partnering with a man. Just take this guy, for example. His name is Steven. Let me just go to the article. Steven, her ex-fiance. Now now I don't like talking about people per se, but this is Ebony K. Williams. I'm just using her as an example. She's leading the charge for more Black women to become single mothers. This is her charge. She took on this charge. She's been on this crusade since February of this year. She's been on the Breakfast Club. She's been on The View talking about this. She's has her own show on the Griot. I guess that's on some type of cable network, but she's been leading the charge. So I'm not singling her out because, oh, I'm just going to put her out. No, she singled herself out. So I'm not trying to talk about her, but I'm trying to talk about what's the problem with modern day society and modern day women. And that's why I titled, put it in my thumbnail, this is delusion. And I'm only saying that is because I don't think women are being realistic about relationships. Okay. So we're saying Ebony is telling everyone, hey, if you want a baby, go to this sperm bank and you can have one. Because there are no Black men out there. There are no good Black men, eligible good Black men out there to have a relationship with and fulfill your life and build a family or build something together with. This is what Ebony is telling everyone in the United States who could listen, because she's been on major platforms trying to get women, Black women, young Black women to follow her lead. So her ex-fiance, she's been going around saying, hey, me and my ex-fiance, we broke up. They was together for 4 years. Now, ladies, if you listening to me, if you've been dating a man for 4 years and he hasn't proposed to you, I'm sorry, you ain't the run. Unless you guys already talked about, hey, we're just, we're just going to cohabitate. But if you're marriage minded, that man will propose to you, and it's not going to take him 4 damn years to propose to you. I'm just telling you flat out, if you already discuss, hey, this is what I want, and he discussed, hey, this is what I want, y'all want the same thing, and 4 years later he's never said, hey, let's get married, I want to make you my wife, he is not the one. So she dated this man for 4 years, apparently. We're gonna say allegedly. I'm not for sure. And she was on the New York Housewives, Housewives of New York. Well, you're not a housewife. I don't think she's ever been married, but they actually put her on the show because I guess she's famous. And on the show, she didn't get along with none of the women. I never watched it, but that's what it says in this article. So she was on this show while she was dating this guy. And during the pandemic, she said the reason why they broke up is because he decided to quarantine with his kids rather than her. And he has this house in New Jersey. So all his kids came to the house. I guess, I don't know, I'm assuming that they live with him. The oldest one was 21. The youngest is 14. So they all quarantine in the house with him. Where's the mama at? I don't know. I don't know, but they were all under this household. So you mean to tell me the love of your life, the man that you've been dating for 4 years, he said, I'm going to quarantine in this house, and you asked him, well, why can't you come here? He probably said, well, can my kids come?
Why I gotta choose? And he was like, she probably said, no, they can't come here. We don't got enough room. Well, baby, you could come over here and quarantine with me. And you know what she decided? She decided her career. This is this is not written in the article, but she said he decided to quarantine with his kids rather than her. He decided to quarantine with his kids. He has a 14-year-old rather than her. Either he didn't offer for her to come or she just didn't want to deal with no kids. But you should have known that 4 years into the relationship. When you got with him, he had a 10-year-old. But there's no eligible black men. And another thing, we don't know what the extent of his relationship, how his prior relationship broke. I'm assuming he was married. But was she just something to do at the time? And she's, what is the word that I'm looking for? A woman that is you can't really deal with them. You got to deal with them in bite-sized pieces, but not worth a quarantine. Just like, oh, if I quarantine, I would never quarantine with this person because I likely to, you know, jump off the ledge. If we say jump off the ledge. Is she that type of woman? We don't know. But we could assume because Ebony, very beautiful, is 39 and she's never had a successful relationship. The man, supposedly that was her fiance, decided to quarantine with his kids, and she thought that was a big no-no. I don't I would never put a man in that predicament. If I were to be dating someone that had kids, I know his kids probably, if we're in quarantine, if he didn't offer me to say, "Oh, baby, you want to come over here?" And if he didn't offer me, okay, then I will feel some type of way. But if he actually extended the invitation for you to come and quarantine with his kids, you should have took that an invitation. But why be in a relationship and you don't like his kids? Why? And he did right. He was like, "Oh, you don't like my kids, you don't like me." And women would carry the same sentiment. If you don't like my kids, you really don't like me. Especially if we're talking about getting married. So anyway, Ebony has been on this crusade. And this crusade, she is telling everyone that, hey, you could go to certain sperm banks to get black sperm. Well, I'm going to tell Ebony, you don't need to go to a sperm bank to get some black sperm. You could just walk outside and find a man with a job and get impregnated. Probably for free. You don't need to pay for some black sperm. I'm sorry. You don't need to do it. Now type in the chat if I'm wrong. If you say, Chawanne, you're wrong. Black men are far and few in between. Eligible black men are far few in between. I've been married. I've been out of the game for quite some time, but so I really don't know, but I think it's really the mindset. So let me show you what Ebony. We're gonna call her E-Dub. E-Dub, that's what I got a girlfriend. Her name is Ebony, and I call her E-Dub. So E-Dub K. Williams is gonna tell us what's going on with the black sperm. Don't be alarmed. Okay, so let me just give you a for fair warning. Don't You're going to get triggered by this. If you're a black man, you might get triggered by this because it's kind of offensive.
And circumstance. ourselves to all women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that
When she say, let me just replay that for you guys.
availing ourselves to all Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us.
She's saying working. Successful Black women are availing themselves for all of their hard work and circumstances. That the circumstances is like not being able to agree with people. You're not cooperable. You're not a person that cooperates with other people. That's why you're in that circumstance. But moving forward.
And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because Black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood, well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which Black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose.
What is wrong with being chose? I think maybe I'm old school. When a man findeth a wife, he findeth a good thing. What is wrong saying, hey, a man wanted me so much he proposed to me? What is wrong with that? I don't understand. What is wrong with carrying yourself in such a way that people, men, say, hey, this is a good option for a woman, or to be a mother, or to be a wife? What is wrong with that?
Because now we get to do the choosing. And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Because most Black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us.
She used a dismally small supply of Black sperm. Why did she use that word? She act like all black men are like locked up or gay. She's trying to portray. Remember the narrative they used to portray? Oh, Black men are either locked up or gay, and that's so not true. I used to tell some of my friends, I'm like, there's plenty of Black men out there. You just gotta be where they be. And stop being so mean. Like some of my friends, they be so. Me and my sister had a big conversation about this the other day. Hey, when the guy trying to talk to you, okay, you don't have to be mean to him. Why are you being mean to him? He didn't do nothing to you. He's just flirting with you, and you being mean to him. So women are acting like, oh, there's no men out there. No, you are just not a marketable person. You haven't marketed yourself in such a way that a guy wants to be with you. And or they say, oh, they look on the outer side, oh, fine woman. They look on the outer side, hey, this is a fine woman. But on the inside, you're ugly. You don't agree with, you think it's your way or no way. You don't agree with nothing. It's all about you, your career, what you got going on. It's nothing that okay, let's come together. This is a union. We need to compromise on things. Let's work out a plan for us to build our life together. So when they got her, beautiful woman. But when they started dating her, they're like, this bitch is crazy. Crazy ass girl. So you're saying there's a dismal supply of men and or it's black sperm. No, no man wants to be with you because you're not a marketable person. A woman. You're not a good woman. Let's just put it like that. You're just not a woman that anybody wants to deal with or share their life with. I'm sorry. At 39, you should be able to find, as fine as you are, you shouldn't have any problems finding a man.
And that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings. And sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey. Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall. But I do know that I am an outlier. So I've got 2 concrete tips for single black women who think this may be an option, either now or maybe later.
Why the hell would you be why would you choose to be a single mother? This person is that delusion. I have 2 kids and I can't fathom the amount of heartaches and stress going it alone. I was raised in a household where my mom was the only one. She raised 5 kids. Literally, we raised ourselves, but she raised 5 kids by herself. Or no, it was 7 of us. And I can't imagine somebody saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a single mother. I'm proud to be a single mother." Only person that would say that, they ain't never been around no damn kids. That's where the delusion come from. You ain't never been around no kids. That's why you say, "Oh, I wanna be a single mother, and I'm gonna get pregnant through a test tube."
Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm. It's set to open its doors in D.C. later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas.
Great. DC, high crime. So y'all gonna have a bunch of illegitimate black kids, like we don't have a bunch of illegitimate black kids already. You're signing up for illegitimate black kids to be in these urban cities. There is no shortage of black sperm. I'm sorry. DC is the highest population of black people. You're saying there's no black sperm in DC? You got to pay for it? You got to pay for sperm in DC, the highest population of black people. They call it the chocolate city. And we got to pay for black sperm in the chocolate city? That's ludicrous.
And number 2, be proactive. I say go ahead and start looking right now for desirable black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big cryobanks, and this includes California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex. Then you can scan the current options for black sperm. And if you see some sperm that you like, I suggest go ahead and buying at least 2 vials right now. Even if you do not intend to use them anytime soon, trust me, it's better to have them than to be without them when the time comes.
If that don't sound freaking nuts, I don't know what sounds more nuttier than this. What the? I don't even know what. I don't even have words for this. You telling black women to go purchase sperm because there's no eligible black men. No, because you're not eligible. You're not eligible to be a wife or a mother. You don't meet none of the criteria to be a wife or a mother. So you just going, hey, I'm a single mother by choice, because no one chose you. Let's face the fact. No one chose you. Nobody wants to deal with your crap. It doesn't matter how pretty you are. No one chose you.
And listen, if you never need them for whatever reason, what a wonderful gift to give to a friend or a sorority sister in need. And also, most of those banks, they allow you to resell the sperm back to the bank itself. Listen, I know that many are going to question or even indict the decision that I and many other black women are making to become single mothers by choice. But I, like the women you heard from today, go by the creed of no regrets. I have, and many black women have, too much love, too many resources, and too rich of a community not to share.
No, you don't. You don't got no love in that heart of yours, because if you did, you would have been able to love somebody else, a man that could have got you a baby. Now I hear that she's in a relationship right now.
Share the
I hear that she's in a relationship right now. So are you going to impregnate yourself, because you're 39? You're past the fertilization age. So, and he's supposed to accept your baby and your decisions. I don't understand what's going on here.
these gifts with children
Who's
of our
that?
own. Children that will one day, no doubt, enrich and
Come
contribute
in.
to the next generation of Black America.
He told me answer the phone when
I'm on the line. I'm online. I just text them. You go out there. I'm online.
and
And what?
and when you text me,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you have it. Ebony K. Williams, she's saying that there's no eligible black men. And why? Because she's not eligible. Nobody wants to be with you, Ebony. E-Dub. Nobody wants to be with you because you're not a person that's cooperative and agreeable. This is something I want to share with you guys. This is Kiki. So she had a big old fallout with her baby daddy. This is something that this is modern women saying, oh, get the cash, get the bag, girl. Get that bag, girl. I don't need a man. I'm a boss B. I'm a boss B. I don't need no man. It's just my baby and me. I just made that up. But come on, that's what they saying. They going around saying, I don't need no man. I'm a boss B. Just give me that bag. I'm getting that bag. I'm getting the bag. And all the while, my kid is gonna suffer because he ain't gonna get no, he's not gonna have a damn daddy. This is Kiki performance. I guess it was a rap performance, but I'm just gonna play a little snippet of it. Let me start. I gotta slow it down.
I'm independent, got my own move. And I can fuck some cash up if I want to. Fuck it up, body cold. And I'm sold. And I sold. And my clothes, December cold. Walk by, feel a drag, Look, booties matter, don't need a lot of ass. I'm my own boss and I got my own cash. I don't need a nigga, only thing I need's a bag.
She said, I don't need all I need is a bag. Huh. And everybody go wild. Huh. And all the while, your kid gonna have no daddy because you don't need no man. All you needed was his sperm. because it's something to be a single mother. Everybody's praying, oh, she did it by herself, a single mother. She did it by herself. And we know the statistics of being a single parent, being raised up in a single parent household, mainly women, single parents household. Let's look at the statistics. It's not good. The outcome is not good when you are just raised by your mama. The outcome is not good. And it mainly majority affects Black people. And we got these Black women on the internet saying, hey, you should be a single mother because your opportunities, and you making the bag, girl. You could go to the Cairo bank and get some sperm. You don't need no man. And you do need a man. I just found this it's many statistics on the internet, but this is one of them that I found. I pulled. It says 36 shocking statistics on fatherless homes. And this is an old statistic. This based off of 2018. This I'm assuming they're worse. I don't think they gotten better. People, 85%, the people that are in prison grew up in a fatherless home. 85%. 7 out of 10 youth that are housed in the state operation correction facilities, include detention and residential treatment, come from a fatherless home. That's 70%. Let me make this larger for you guys so you can see. 39% of students in the United States from the first grade to senior year do not have a father at the home. Children without fathers are 4 times more likely to live in poverty. You're twice likely to drop out of school before graduating. One out of 3 children lives in a home where their biological father is not present. This statistic I did not know about. Girls who live in a fatherless home have a 100% higher risk of suffering from obesity. So we could just say obesity is because your daddy wasn't around. And we know we got a lot of obese people walking around here, especially girls. Teens, girls from fatherless homes are 4 times more likely to become mothers before the age of 20. It says 57% of fatherless homes in the United States involve African American Black households, 31% in Mexicans, and 20% Caucasian. I want to highlight that because we're going to go to The View. I'm going to show you a clip from The View, and they praising. Ebony was on there. They praising, girl, oh, you're so brave. These white women, they get that's married, that have successful relationship, raising kids, and they praising her like, oh, you're such a brave girl, because they encourage you to do that shit, but they ain't gonna do it. %44% of children in homes headed by a single mother were living in poverty. Well, we know that. We know that. Children who live in a single parent home are more than 2 times more likely to commit suicide. It goes talk about self-esteem too. Children usually have lower self-esteem when they don't have their father around. "72% of Americans believe that a fatherless home is the most significant social problem and family problem that is facing their country or our country. 68% of children will spend their entire childhood with an intact family. 75%, listen to this is disgusting. 75% of rapists are motivated by displaced anger that is associated with the feelings of abandonment that involves their father. Living in a fatherless home contributes to substance abuse. And it says 75% of substance abuse or adolescents patients comes from fatherless homes. 85% of children which exhibits some type of behavior disorder comes from fatherless homes. Because you know who ain't gonna put up with a bunch of crap? The man. Women are like, oh, it's okay, Leonard Timmy. It's okay, or we'll scream at them, and don't check. We'll get tired and let them do whatever. But when daddy comes home, daddy running the type ship. He like he in the military or act like his kids in the military. Now, if you got a man, he ain't putting up with a bunch of shit. So that's why that occurs. Men don't like a lot of riffraff, a lot of drama. Children who live in single parent or step family home report less schoolwork monitoring, less social provision or less social supervision, and lower educational expectations. And it goes on. They got 36 things, the reasons why you shouldn't be having a baby without a daddy. Not only you, okay, so you got single mothers, okay, they decided to get in a relationship and they got pregnant. Or you got some mothers just getting pregnant and they was never in a relationship. You got some people that's divorced, but you're opting, you don't even want a man present to do the deed. You just want to get pregnant by a test tube.
Where does the pan go in the dishwasher?
Don't put the pan in the dishwasher. I'll wash it. You just want to get pregnant by a test tube. Let's get to some of your comments. Ministry before industry. LOA, plenty of Ray and Pookies out there. Yep. Tori Myers, she's goofy AF. Torek said it's her, not the man. We already we know that. Ebony said, "Oh, I ran out of options." No, you didn't run out of options. All these black men running around here, all these men, period. We know they crossed the line. All these men, period. You just not a person that nobody want to be with, because you're probably hard to deal with. Like, you fine, but you ain't that fine. Maybe probably if she was younger and she was fine in the bitch, maybe she probably could have pulled somebody, and if she could have kept him. But she probably thought, oh, my options are so limitless. And now you're 39 and your only options is the sperm bank. That's what you're saying. That's what she's telling people. Kyle, even guys love it when they get chosen. If it's a supermodel, May put it on my resume. Yeah, exactly. Torek said, I mean, really, lady, oh my goodness. uh Ministry before industry, right? Because no one will propose to her, so it's easy to dismiss it. Or like brothers are just going around donating sperm to banks. Of course there's shortage, but not a shortage of men, just men who don't want a Jezebel to run their lives. Another thing, okay, yeah, black men are not going to go to a sperm bank to donate their sperm. You know why? Because most black men, they're not going to have their seed out there. If you really think about it, black men are not going to have their seed out there, and they have some type of moral compass. Oh, I'm not just going to get anybody pregnant. Black men value themselves. Eligible, like she said, eligible black men. Now you could get pregnant by a Pookie and a Ray Ray. You can get pregnant by anybody. You don't need to go to the sperm bank for that. But eligible black men, they not going to no sperm bank. No, they gonna find them a good girl and settle down with. If they want to get married. They're not just gonna give their sperm up to no sperm bank. Now they'll knock you down. If you want to go to Pound Town, a man will take you to Pound Town, but they don't want to get you pregnant though. Let me show you this. Now, so we talk we talk about Ebony. I told you she's on this crusade to, I guess, get every black woman join, and maybe the ages between 30 and 40. She's going on this crusade. Hey, join me on the fight for black sperm. You know, you got to save your sperm now, just in case, because black men ain't shit. There ain't no men out there. She wants everybody to sign up for this crap. She wants everybody to sign up for this crap. And then all the while, she's going on to, if I could find it, she's going on to The View and saying, hey, look at me. I'm going to choose motherhood by choice. I'm going to choose single motherhood by choice.
We're going to talk about this book in a minute, but first, we all want to congratulate you for your new show. You're going to be a judge on you're going to be TV's newest judge.
Thank you, Joy.
It's a court series hitting airwaves this fall.
Yes.
Let me ask you something. I mean, has always been a
Judy. So we're going to take this as part one.
To start the fertility process. Exciting that you are going to start the fertility process and pursue single motherhood. Now, I feel like you've spoken about this before, so I know it's something you wanted to do.
I have to credit all of you ladies at this table, because one of the first times I was on as a guest host, remember, Sunny, one of the hot topics we talked about was the anonymous nature of sperm donors. And so I got an education on that right here live on TV with Hot Topics at The View. Turns out I now have a known donor. I went through California Cryobank. Fantastic experience. And at 18, my future child, God willing, will be able to know the name, identity, and last known location of their father.
Wow.
Because you reunited with your dad.
Correct. I was able to track him down through Ancestry.com.
Yeah.
Well, and we
Does
also
that person want to be found?
Yes,
They do.
that's
sign
part
up
of what
for
I
that.
paid extra for.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I paid extra for. Oh, yeah. And they're clapping. You're going to be a single mother. Good luck.
When it comes time for next steps.
You ready, Dan?
Cackling. The cackling hens of The View. And you see Sunny hosting face.
Agents or realtors are here for it. And when the place needs to be special, we're here with market insights that make all the difference.
I need to take this off of there. But you see Sunny Hosting Face. Sunny Hosting Face was looking like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because I wouldn't do it. And Sunny acts like she's just down for the cause, but half of the stuff she be talking about, she ain't gonna do that.
Difference.
She's recommending
Here for it all,
you.
because that's
She's recommending for you. Who would have thought? Who would have thought that you was ghosted? You? No, never. Every man in America ghosts Ebony because she's not a catch. Apparently. Okay, I didn't want to get into that. So this was February, and so she was talking about she was ghosted. Okay, who would have thunk that you were ghosted? Of all people, Ebony K. Williams. So you want to date and get pregnant, and you want somebody to accept you with a unknown sperm person inside you. It's just to me, it's ludicrous. Because you're saying there's no eligible black man. There's no eligible black man to impregnate you. So you had to go to the sperm place because you're choosing motherhood, single motherhood by choice. You're choosing that. That's your choice that you're going to make. And you want everybody to believe that. The lies that we tell. I hope nobody's following this advice. Money does not solve all those statistics I just showed you or share with you. Money won't solve that. Money's not going to solve those problems. You know what solves the problem? What solves this problem that we was just talking about? The shocking statistics on fatherless home. If you don't want your kid to be in jail, if you want your kid to have high self-esteem, if you want your kid to not be in any type of trouble or not repeat any grades, have good grades, and be successful, you need to have a daddy in the home. You need to have a daddy in the home. Sean Scott says she looks controlling or demanding and controlling. Tim said, I like my woman like I like water, normal. Just give me a regular woman. She don't need A woman with 2 breasts, some arms, 2 eyes, a nose, some hair, and some legs, and a coochie. That's all I need in a normal woman. She don't need to be all that. And that's what I'm trying to tell women. You don't need to be all that stuff. Even guys don't really care about makeup. Okay, you look kind of beautiful with makeup. It enhance your beauty. But you don't need to wear it every day. If a guy like you, he like you for who you are. You don't need to put a wig on. If he likes you, hey, if you want to see if a man really likes you, just take the wig off. Take that lace front off and see if you could go to the grocery store. If you single, and I'm talking to a single lady, go to a grocery store with nothing on, make sure you brush your teeth and wash your face. Don't put no bonnet on. Take the bonnet off. Do your, look decent, but just wear a jogging suit or whatever. If a guy holler at you, okay, he likes you for who you are. That's what I'm talking about. Normally guys don't like all that crazy stuff anyway. Just a normal person. Sean said, I doubt she even uses it. She probably won't. She trying to get other women riled up to see if they use it. Jim, once they begin entitlement, I sink the damn ship. LOL. Who has time for ladies asking to be smacked upside the head? I think I get what you're talking about, but yeah. There are other options for this kind of ladies out there. I heard of a story about this girl finding kids on the side of a busy highway. Yeah, you actually can adopt kids. Why go through a pregnancy alone and going through the birthing process alone? That's scary. Why do that alone? And you can always adopt kids. Give kids that definitely didn't have a daddy. You go adopt them. But you want to have a questionable sperm to get impregnated by. It's one more story I want to show you guys. And this is from Twitter. Chasing Cannon, you're being too loud. This is from Twitter. This is why I say delusional or delusion is permeating in modern day society. And when I said, hey, who doesn't want to fall in love or get swept up off their feet or a man chose them? Who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Apparently, now people are talking about the new Snow White. I guess it leaked because they don't have this girl right here. Let me make sure y'all can see my screen. Yeah, this girl right here, she I guess she's Latino or something. So they get mad about that. Okay. I mean, but she can pass for Snow White, really. I mean, she has an olive skin tone. So they just changed the whole narrative. And then the doors are no longer doors. They got some large people and they all mixed colors or mixed races. And then, I forgot, you can't say colors. You can't say that they all mix of colored people. And then they all mix races, right? But they're like normal sized people. But not only that, my only thing is, why in the hell the doors were men? They were all men. They got women in there, a gay man, they just everywhere. I mean, and listen to this crap. This is why Western society is in the position that we're in, because we're indoctrinating our kids to think like this.
You said you were bringing a modern edge to it on stage. What do you mean by that?
I just mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
She's not dreaming of true love. She's dreaming about being the true leader she could be. What? You're trying to be Greta Thunberg to save the Earth, planet Earth? What are you talking about? Mother Teresa? What are you talking about? Why is it wrong for little children to think about getting married and having a family and having a baby and raising their kids, taking care of their household? Why is that such an, like she said, oh, it's no longer 1937. What is the problem with that?
And the leader that her late father told her that she could be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And
she was fearless, fair, brave, and true. And so you got all these kids that's gonna be listening to this shit, and you're gonna lose that natural position of what women should be, your natural place in society. Who do you think raised you? Who do you think raised you for you to think like that? Your mother. Your mother had to be around to raise you to be true, fearless, and brave, and your father. What's wrong with being a good mother? What's wrong with that?
so it's just a really incredible story for, I think, young people everywhere to see themselves in.
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
Snow White is running for no, Snow White. You're not running for president. You're thinking like you're in La La Land. I don't understand why are women, and this is a young girl. She probably was raised in a traditional home. She probably had her mama and daddy around. But now all of a sudden, oh, I want to be a leader. You want to go to work. Like, I want to be a leader. I just want to be so powerful. You want to wear the pants. You want to wear the pants. And it's sad that this movie is going to be out there for little girls to see. And some people might say, oh, what about Mulan? No, that's nothing to do with, she was trying to save her country. And her father couldn't fight because he was sick. That's why she signed up for that. But even in that story, she was falling in love with some man. What's wrong with being in a relationship? I don't understand. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with getting courted and being in a relationship and eventually getting married and having a family? Because you're trying to get the bag. I don't understand that. You want a bag. You want to
Just mean that it's no longer.
You want to seek power. Well, you guys, that's enough of me ranting. Do I have any closing statements? If you out there listening, it's nothing wrong, especially if you're a female. It's nothing wrong with a traditional relationship. It's less stress. There's nothing wrong following in order, having a baby in order. Hey, dating, getting married, having a baby, and stay married, working through your differences, compromising. Because you're building a life now that you got a baby in it. It's not about you anymore. It's about that child. How can you make the best life for that child that you brought into the world? And you can't do that if the baby don't get the daddy. You are doing a disservice to that child that you brought to this world because you're denying them a father. You are denying them a father. That's all I got to say. Jim said, I was raised by a single mother in poverty off Bennett Street near Lasher. Ain't nothing to it. Stepping stones to the future fathers on how not to raise kids. Exactly. My husband, he always talks about he would never be the dad that his dad was to him. He would never do it. That's why you have more men involved with their children, because if you're from my generation, 70s, you went through that generation of fathers not being in the home. And now that you got your own kids, you ain't trying to do that to your kids. Get a girl, fall in love, have a kid, stay together for them till they are of age, then do what you got to do. Yeah, because it's not about you anymore. You brought a child into this world. Now you're it's all about them. It's nothing about you. You decided to bring a kid to this world. Some women get pregnant because they're trying to use it as a control tool to control the man and then use the baby against them. Then men starting to smarten up. They starting to go to court and fight for their kids. Another thing, just choose better, people. Ebony just needs to choose better. Or like we said, Ebony, she's probably not she's not an eligible person to get married. Kyle said, I read online somewhere a title, Off-White in the 7 Compromises. Off-White in the 7 Compromises. To me, that is hilarious. Off-White in the 7 Compromises. Let me see if I can find that. They don't get no. Let me see if they got posters. I saw I guess it is not even coming out to 2024. And they already trying to market this movie. Yeah, I mean, so anyway, I like Gail Gadot, Rachel Zegler. I don't know exactly who she is, but the Doors, like I was floored when I saw it. Really, I was actually floored when I saw the Doors. This 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 is the Doors. They got a woman. They got one little person. I don't know what's the correct terminology. I know you can't use the M word anywhere more. But this is what you got for the in the 7 compromises. They must have went to LA somewhere off of the strip and got these people. These are not real actors or actresses. Oh boy, I can't take it. Anyway, so yeah, to me, it's nothing wrong with having a relationship or doing things in decency and in order. And when I say decency and in order, hey, courting somebody, getting married, then having a baby. There is no lack of eligible black men out there. There's plenty of eligible black men out there. So that narrative is a bunch of bullcrap. They need to stop. Anyway, so that was it for our stream for today. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I am sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.